Hey guys, it's been a while, but I am back with another tutorial, and today, well, it's not really a tutorial, I'm just really going through how I made this little kind of Melbourne Bounce project right here. Let me just play it for you really quickly before I say anything, so just take a listen. Here we go. Yeah, that. So like I said, I'm just gonna go through just the basics of how I put this together. Um, so yeah, this might even become a whole track one day, and I'll upload it to my SoundCloud. So let's see. I'll see. It's still a work in progress. So anyway, let's get on to the video. Uh, so I guess we'll just start off with the offbeat bass, which is usually in any Melbourne Bounce track you'll hear. Well, so the actual bass is this, which consists of three different sounds. We have this little bit crushed pluck right here. That's an octave up from the other two basses, just to add to the harmonics. We have this, which is just the grittier part of the bass, and it's in EXS24, so it's a sample. I can, off the top of my head, remember if it's from a sample pack or if I sample it from a song, but it's a sample. So yeah, and both those basses I just showed you, I did a low cut on them, because I have the third sound is just the sub part of the bass, which, unless you're listening on good headphones or speakers, you probably won't even hear this. So yeah, so once again, with everything together, it sounds like this. Now, I mean, I'm not a Melbourne Bounce expert, but I mean, something I've noticed when I was making it that I guess, could be a good tip is, see, the problem with this is that bass is on the offbeat, and so on the beat where the kicks are, which are the downbeats, there isn't much sub. Well, that's actually because I took the sub out of this kick sample, because the tail on the kick was not in the same key as the bass. So what I did is I did a fade on the kick, so now we only really have the attack of the kick, and I took a sub kick from like a Big Room song that was in the same key. Uh, and then what I did is I took pretty much everything out except the very, very sub of the kick, and I put some sidechain on it so it fit with the kick right here. So now the sub of this kick works with the bass, and it kind of just, geez, I am sorry, I'm just like really stumbling on my sentences today, but let me try that again. So now we have a sub in the same key of the song that's on the downbeat and on the offbeat. So once again, you probably won't be able to hear this without any good headphones, but just take a listen. It just really just flows together nicely, those two sub sounds. So all together we have this. So yeah, that's really important that the sub from your kick is the same key in your song. Otherwise, the frequencies are going to be battling, and it's going to sound really weird. I guess now we'll do the lead. So we have this. So, well, without all this right here, it sounds like this. This was made in sylenth. I guess I crafted it from a preset, and Although this sounds probably nothing like the preset. This was like initially like a huge rave trance preset, but I just took the detune off. I added some pitch modulation. It's the pitch modulation is actually the little click that you hear at the beginning when you hit your note. There's some really not a large amount of reverb. The size is fairly small. And that's really it. It's a really simple sound, portamento. And so we have just some compression on it, sidechain compression. We did some EQs. I took out the low. I boosted the mids and the highs, and then I put that wow filter from Sugar Bites on here. I set it just to the A. So it's giving it more of a vowel sound, and it's actually bringing out the mids more as well. So yeah, and then later on in this we have a second lead that sounds something like this. Just to add more harmonics to this lead. So yeah, and that comes in like the second half of the drop. Also, what comes in the second half of the drops, we just have some more percussion being added in. So basically, we have a snare. We have a ride cymbal, which actually was already in the first part of the drop, but whatever. So, and we have this little tambourine loop. So everything. So here, let me get a better loop of it. Come on. Sounds like this. You just want to have very punchy and clear and drums with Melbourne Bounce. Make sure it's really punchy. We also have some white noise at the beginnings of some of the sections. And I just made that in ES1. Yeah, I just got a white noise oscillator, and that was really it. And put some sidechain compression on it. At the end of some of the sections, we have some drum fills. So I'll play that for you real quick. So right there is one drum fill, which is, I'm sure it's from the Vengeance pack. Vengeance is a great sample. They have great sample packs if you're struggling to find good samples. And we have this another little drum fill right here, which kind of leads into the main drums, just as a nice little addition. So it's kind of just add more spice to the track. So, and under that we also have this little vocal sample. So the vocal sample is also sample. I reversed it. Actually, this is what it initially sounded like. But I don't know why, but I guess I just felt like reversing it. So that's what we have, and then so basically right there is that's on the downbeat. Normally where you'd expect a kick to be, I have a vocal sample. So just to add more variation to the track, I do the same thing right here. Normally where a kick would be, we have this. Basically, it's the leads with a bunch of reverb on it, and I reversed it to give the effect that's just, just listen. Again, it's all just to add variation, just to make the track more interesting. So, with everything there, it sounds like this. And then right here, we just have a little, which is just, I cut up a Vengeance sample. Usually, I do try to make the sounds by myself, but I guess I got a little lazy, because I already spent so much time on it, and I'm just like, I don't feel like making patches, I'm just gonna chuck in a Vengeance sample, but... So yeah, and also, again, make sure the Vengeance sample's in the same key as your song, and then at the very end, we just have this little down filter effect. So yeah, I hope that gives you some basic idea of just how you should arrange your kind of Melbourne Bounce drop. I And yeah, just thanks for watching. This video got a little bit long, but anyway, thanks for watching. I hope this video was useful to you in some sort of way, and I'll see you on my next tutorial. Thanks for watching once again. Goodbye.